Hi everybody, Nick with you. Thanks for joining me on my channel. As always, if you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's time for another Week Kings recap. This is from Tuesday, December the 5th, 2003. Week Kings continuing their season-long 8-game homestand as they host the Red Deer Rebels that will still be placed in front of 2,128 fans. Red Deer starts the scoring in this one. Kai Uchas. It's his 16th of the season for Red Deer. The assists going to Francis Formanek. And, looking at it, Quentin Bourne. I gotta look off the little sheet they give me for some of these names. But that said, it is 1-0 Red Deer early on. About a minute and a half later, at 4:55, Nolan Fleming gets his 7th on the power play with the assist by Luke Shipley and Caleb Hadland to tie things up for the Vikings at 1 apiece. 12:53, Nate Danielson, who's been selected for Team Canada for the World Juniors or tryouts at the very least. He gets his 9th of the season from Roger McQueen and Brett Hyland to make it 2-1 Brandon. But at 16:02, Red Deer were tied again with Carson Burney in his 4th of the season. Dwayne Jean Jr. and Ollie Josephson get the assists on that, and it's tied to 2 after 1 period of play. Penalties in the first at 3:42. Jet Larson for Red Deer gets called for boarding at 3:42. At 6:36, Rylan Borsma gets called for charging for Brandon. 18:19 for Brandon. Jackson D'Souza making his Wheaties debut after getting picked up from Kelowna. It's called for cross-checking. And then at 19:08, Luke Shipley for the Vikings gets called for cross-checking. So the Wheaties are down on a 5-on-3 disadvantage to start the second period. Now, in the second, they kill that off, but shortly afterwards, Luke Shipley with his 3rd for Brandon. The assists from Dominic Peter and Roland Rosema make it 3-2 for Brandon. And then at 12:47, Brett Hyland with his 15th. The assists from Townsend and McQueen, and Brandon's up 4-2. And then at 15:11, Nate Danielson gets his 2nd of the game, 10th of the season. The assist to Quinn Manti, and it's 5-2 Brandon after 2 periods of play. Now, I mentioned Jackson D'Souza. At some point in the second, he blocked a shot with his knee. He went down pretty bad. He was able to get up and skate back to the bench, but he did not return to the ice for the rest of the night. Now, the penalties in that second. I'll find it. Talon Brigley. Red Deer at 8:20 gets called for interference. At 9:21, Roger McQueen for Brandon gets called for interference. And then at 9:53, František Formanek is called for a check to the head. Nothing comes out of any of that. Then later on at 13:58, Carson Burney for Red Deer gets called for slashing, and at the same time, Dominic Peter for the Vikings gets called for roughing. There is no scoring in that third period, but penalties. Joby Ballmuller for Brandon gets called for cross-checking at 8:52. At 14:40 for Red Deer, Dwayne Jean Jr. gets called for roughing. Ballmuller gets called for roughing once again in that play. And then at 16:48, Dwayne Jean Jr. gets called for roughing once again. And also for Brandon, Caleb Hadley gets called for roughing, while Rylan Rosema gets a 5-minute major for slew-footing and a game misconduct. But at any rate, the final score for the Brandon Vikings 5-2 winners over the Red Deer Rebels. And with the win, Brandon improves to 13-11, 4-1 for 31 points on the season, while Red Deer drops to 12-11, 0-3. Shots on goal, Red Deer had 10 in the first, 6 in the second, 9 in the third, for a total of 25. Brandon had 8 in the first, 21 in the second, and 8 in the third, for a total of 37. Red Deer was 0 for 5 on the power play. Brandon was 1 for 3. Red Deer winning 26 of 54 faceoffs for 48%. Brandon taking 28 of 54 for 52%. Goalies, Red Deer. Rhett Stoser stopping 24 of 29 for 828 save percentage. He was pulled to start the third by Chase Olitsky, who stopped all 8 shots he faced. While on the Brandon side, Carson Bjarnason, stellar as always, stopping 23 of 25 for a 920 save percentage. His 3 stars of the night, Nate Dames with 2 goals gets the first star honors. Luke Shipley for the Wheaties gets a goal and a helper for the second star, as does the third star, Brett Highland. So the Wheaties continue. So Wheaties have now won 3 in a row for the first time this season. They hope to add to that on Friday, December the 8th, when they host the Moose Jaw Warriors. Of course, as always, I will be at Westover Place for that game. Front row of section 108, the southeast corner. I'm the guy with the flag. If you're there, come and say hi. I would love to meet you. So let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments section below. Also be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to Nick Adams on YouTube, and click on the bell so you'll get all the notifications. We'll see you again.